What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. Now, how many of you out there have ever wanted to hydro dip something, right? Didn't know what it would cost, or didn't know what kind of work it took to do it, or if it was easy to screw up or anything. So that's what this video is. Now, this will technically be my second time hydro dipping. I have already kind of did a test pass on this little plastic bottle here. Didn't come out too bad, but this bottle did teach me a lot. So that is the one piece of advice I could give to you if you do plan on doing it yourself. But here's what we're actually hydro dipping. We'll come on over here. I have got a compressor housing off a eBay GT45 turbo, and this turbo is actually going to be used on our upcoming LS swap in my pickup truck. And I wanted to throw a little bit of color at the turbo because, heck, why not, right? Something I've always wanted to do. Now, I have picked up one of those hydro dipping kits you get off eBay. Comes with the film, and there's lots of different designs you can choose from, different little companies, whatever. But I bought the kit. You get the film and activator as well. Says you really want to shake that up really good. I've also gone ahead and grabbed ourselves this big old storage container filled with water. As you can see, there is a couple little things in there from my test pass. I don't think it's going to mess anything up. We're going to find out. Got the tripod here. I'm going to go ahead and get you set up. That way you can watch me go through the whole process. And we're going to see how well that little housing comes out. So let's do it. All right, got you set up over our little container here. Now I've already gone ahead and cut out a piece of our film that I will be using. And if you are wondering what side of the film goes down, let's see if I can get it on camera for you before I dip it. You'll see that this kind of has a glossy side, and then the other side is kind of a flat, more eggshell side. You want the glossy side towards the water. Okay, so glossy side down in the water. Now another thing I want to tell you is you want the container, if you're going to do you want to try to cut the film to the same size as of the container, right? Lay it down, make sure you kind of rub your hands across it. I know there's lots of other videos of guys out there doing that, and this is to help take the air out from underneath. That way you get no air bubbles. Now if you have a big container, you want the film to be the same size as the container. You want to try to contain it, because if you put a small piece of film in a big container and you spray it with the activator, it'll try to grow to the same size as the container. So be aware of that. That's what happened to our little bottle here. As you can see, one like here it's closer together and then it starts spreading apart, and that's because the film will try to grow to the size of your container. So try to contain it. If you're going to do a small object, grab yourself a smaller container. Directions also say you want the water to be about 80-90 degrees, but if you can't get it to that temperature, then it also says to just let the film kind of soak in the water a little bit. It does help out, and you'll see it kind of lays flat. You'll get these little tiny wrinkles and stuff in there, but for the most part it tends to lay flat. Let it sit for a little bit, kind of soak up that water. We'll grab our activator here, shake it up really, really good. Now, I guess if I took the time, I probably could have cut something out here, but it may want to grow to this width. But that'll be okay. So, shake that up. Now it says spray 8 to 10 inches straight down. You get too close, it'll blow it apart. I noticed I did that too as well. So it says 8 to 10 inches, maybe a foot, and it says like 1 pass should be good enough. So it's about a foot. You just want to spray it over there. You'll see it kind of activate. All the little tiny wrinkles go away. There, you see it's wanting to grow now. 1 coat should be good enough. So now, here's our housing. It says best results. Kind of go at a 30-degree angle to help keep it from trapping any air. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and dip it. Also says go very slow, but also be very, very consistent. Or as consistent as you possibly can. Kind of run with it. I probably just messed up all kinds right now because I was focusing on other things, but try to get the rest of the stuff away. Go ahead and take it out. Yeah. There's what it looks like right now. Which actually isn't too bad. It's actually kind of cool, really. Definitely with some practice we can make it a lot better. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this sat down on my bench over there. Get my hands rinsed off. Oh, it also says you want to rinse this off underneath warm water, kind of get all the slimy film off it. So I would probably do it under a kitchen sink with light pressure. But right now I'm going to go ahead, get it down to the house. I'll get it rinsed off and I'll set it on my bench over there. Grab you guys and we'll see what it looks like. All right, got our compressor housing sitting right here on this little bench. Now, they tell you after you dip it in the water and you come back out that you want to rinse off your part, whatever it is you dipped. And what you're rinsing off, so I try to leave a little bit on the tape so you can see how it's kind of shiny. Now that shiny is actually that clear side of the film, like, you know, one side's eggshell, one side's clear. And this is the clear part that holds all this design together. And that's basically what you activate when you spray it. And it leaves that film on there. So you take it down and you want to spray, just kind of rinse it off, right? Let it run underneath lukewarm water. You can take your hand and kind of brush your hand on it too, not hard, but help it. At least that's what I did here. And you can see there's the film left on there so I could show you. And then here's what it's like without the film. See how it's got that eggshell look again? And you just want to rinse all that stuff off. And you'll know when it's off because it won't feel slimy anymore and it will have this kind of flat color to it. But so you can see it didn't come out too bad actually, all the way around. Not too bad. It's a little faded in this area here. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. I'm gonna run with it because, you know, it's a learning experience really. And it does look kind of cool. And who's this? I mean, it's going to get pretty beat up being in an engine bay anyways, right? Well, you're going to get heat, you're going to get oil, water, wind, whatever flies through the radiator or however you have this thing mounted. But now that I've had it sit out here and I got all this stuff off it and our part is dried off, I've got some just spray can clear that I picked up from the parts store, or this is actually from like a Lowe's or Home Depot. We'll go ahead and spray a light coat of this on there, kind of lock everything in, give it a little bit of a gloss. See if we can't give it a little bit of shine. Here we go. All right, just a little bit away. Nice light coat, just to help lock everything in. All right, Oh yeah, you can see it's already starting to have that little bit of a shine again. Actually brings the colors out pretty good. Whoops, don't want to get too out of control with it. Just enough to help protect it a little bit. Here I am again, not paying attention to the camera. Probably just look through the camera and do this, huh? Might be easier. But now you guys probably too in the beginning of the video noticed I had already painted my housing white, and that's because everywhere you see white, it was just clear. There was nothing there. You can use whatever color you want. So if you wanted a green in there, or a purple, or a blue, I just chose white to kind of help everything pop. But you can choose whatever color you want, and they have many different designs you can choose from. Actually kind of cool stuff if you're into doing this yourself. It's fairly cheap, but of course you can see there is a chance of you kind of messing it up, which is okay. If you got the time, you could always just use something, wash everything back off it, brake cleaner, whatever, clean it back up and do it again. But here's our product. You can see that spray clear gives it a nice little shine to it, and it doesn't seem to react with the film. So I think it's pretty cool. And you see, it didn't really take a whole lot of work. Now with a little bit more practice, I could definitely be a lot better at it, a little more efficient, a lot less imperfections. But first product, that wasn't a test piece, came out fairly decent. It's still gonna grab people's attention, looks pretty cool. And that's just I just thought it was awesome. I figured I'd share it with you guys, learn together. So, but it's pretty much all I got for right now. I'm actually getting ready to go back to work. So, hope you guys liked it. Hope this kind of motivates you. I'll put a link to that in the description. Check them out. Check out all the different designs while you're there. But it's fun, easy to do. So if you want to kind of brighten something up, put a little personal touch on it, you can do that. But anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys later.